One of the most annoying things being a Rainbow Six Siege roaming defender can be this. I know what you're thinking in this exact same moment. But before we get into that, I just want to simply talk about how I'm seeing Alibi used. And I want to make a point today that Alibi can be a direct counter, and in my opinion, the strongest counter to Jackal. And in my opinion, the way I see Alibi used constantly is not to her full potential. I know Alibi is technically a fragger, alright, but I think that there is a lot of support ideals in her character as well, into her loadout, into her ability, into her gadget. And with that said, I want to talk really quickly about the fact that I see people use Alibi kind of in a lazy way, but I'm not calling, people who use Alibi lazy. The reason I'm making this is because I play Alibi all the time and I feel like I have a lot of experience playing Alibi. But the first thing I want to get at is that 99% of the time, I'm seeing Alibi picked because her gun is good, and because she has a shotgun secondary and impacts to open hatches, to punch walls out, to open up lines of sight. And while all that is good, alright, her weapons are good, these are things that lots of other operators have. And I want to focus on her gadget, and I think that people think her gadget is weak, that it's not as good as it could be, but I want to argue against that. And in fact, I think Alibi is probably one of the best roamers, in my opinion, to have in all of Rainbow Six Siege. And I want to get at this. Alibi's gadget alone is incredible because, in my opinion, Alibi is the hardest roamer to get rid of. All right, to actually try and track down, even if an Alibi is Jackal tracked. We're going to get into this, alright? This video is just about how to counter Jackal because I know a lot of people who are annoyed by Jackal. Jackal can be an annoying thing. Do I think Jackal is overpowered? No, alright? But I think he falls into that category where being Jackal tracked, like 2 or 3 times in a row sometimes in a round is very annoying and it can be frustrating. But I want to show you my favorite way to use Alibi to counter Jackal and to basically make it so that you're almost using their own gadget against themselves. And even if you do die, you at least waste ton and ton of time just wasting time with the Jackal trying to find you. So I just want to make it clear that yes, Alibi is a solid roamer. She has a great gun. She's a 3-speed, okay? That's also in high demand right now is 3-speeds, all right? But all the time, I see people doing things like this. So what I'm seeing people do with Alibi all the time is that they quickly reinforce the quickest walls, and this is just what roamers do so they can get out there and roam as soon as the round starts. I understand that, but they do their reinforcements of the walls that are obviously going to be reinforced. But here comes the problem, is that they'll put an Alibi maybe here, right? Because someone from tunnel might come and shoot that. And then what they'll do is that they might go over here and be like, oh, well, we want to know if someone's coming down the stairs, so maybe I can get someone with this, right? So we know someone's coming down the stairs. We can ward them off. And then here, I'll put one here, behind the couch, because that's somewhat, realistic. So in case anyone drops the hatch of elevator, which this should be reinforced anyways, should always be reinforced. In case someone drops, they might shoot the Alibi, and then we'll know if someone's coming through elevators, right? But here's the problem with this. While I don't think this is a bad idea, I think that strategically placing your alibis to get pings is a good idea. I think that it's not seriously reaching the full potential of what her gadget can be used for. So for example, if I take 2 of these back, so it's not that that's wrong, okay? I think strategic placement of your alibis is very key to getting pings, but I think it's not all about getting pings, alright? It's not all about getting location of enemies. I think that Alibi, in my opinion, is used the wrong way because she is the hardest roamer to get rid of, alright? Alibi is the hardest roamer to get rid of. And let me give you an example, alright? If I do a run out here, let's say I run out right through this window, right? Let's say I do a run out and then I jump back in, right? What I can do is that they'd probably expect that I'm in here and they're probably going to be looking for me. So make it clear, like I said, placement is key. I'm not going to place one out in the open, right, to try and trick them up, right? I'm going to place it after I jump back in, right, after my run out's over, I'm going to place it kind of so I'm peeking around this corner, because that's a very realistic view of what it would look like to them. And definitely, they're going to shoot it, all right? Or at least more likely, all right? But, for example, if I have all mine gone at the beginning of the round, I can't do that, all right? I don't have any alibis left. So you need to always keep at least one, if not two, in my opinion. I usually keep two of them on me for the whole rest of the round, all right? Well, not for the whole rest of the round, but and then I use them progressively throughout the round, because alibi is so hard to get rid of. You can drone her out, and then because you think she's in a certain room, you're a lot more likely as an attacker to fire at that alibi whenever you see it. So let's say I'm sitting in here and I'm playing in this open area, right? And someone drones me out, and they're coming from this way. I'm going to put an alibi here, and I'm going to make my escape, right? Because that's what I should be doing. Because then when she shoots it, she's not going to know if I left, because sometimes I might not leave. Sometimes I'll wait till they shoot it and ping it, and then I'll peek and kill whoever came this way. But if she shoots it, that's going to do two things. That's going to keep her guessing if I'm actually in here or not, all right? Because when she droned me out, that alibi wasn't there, all right? She's going to keep her guessing if I'm actually in here or not. And second of all, it's going to waste time. And that's what alibis should be used for. I think that's a lot more powerful than just putting them all out and hoping someone shoots them. So as you can see here at the beginning of the round, I've put an alibi here. Alright, if you don't know why I've done that, it's simply because I wanted to get a free little ping. Alright, everyone who plays Hereford base pre-fires that window, so I knew someone would accidentally shoot it. Alright, and I'd get a free enemy identified. Now if you look, it's Jackal. Alright, and honestly, as soon as I saw it was Jackal, I knew exactly how I wanted to do this. Now if you don't know, I'm just messing around here. Okay, I actually want Jackal to track me. Alright, because I knew Jackal was going to enter that direction. Alright, I knew he was just going to hop in that window and probably get my footprints since I was around there putting my alibis up at the beginning, right? Or deciding where to place it so I would get that free ping. But in just a second here, I'm going to get tracked. And I'm going to show you exactly how I do this and get away with without a single scratch. So what happens? I get tracked, I put down an alibi immediately right in front of where I got pinged. Because when I got Jackal pinged like that, right, first of all, they're going to push it aggressively. Second of all, since I got pinged there, alright, they're going to think that that's where I was. So watch happens. I got another ping, so I put one down right there, right in front of where the second ping went off. The third and fourth ping just get wasted standing here. I wall bang the stairs again, just so that he doesn't keep pushing. The last ping goes off in that room. I impact it to escape. I escape completely unharmed. And I gave tons and tons of pings. And I even got one there on Sledge, who has to retreat out. So just in that small little span of time, I was able to allow my team to get so many kills and so much information that it was insane, alright? In my opinion, that was a perfect example of how Alibi is such a hard roamer to get rid of. Now, I did die still, but in my opinion, I don't think that could have gone better for me, right? And that's only because, literally, I mean, I bet you two, possibly even three people were at least thinking about coming towards me there. Alright, so I think that this is just a prime example of why, if you're going to play Alibi, alright, if you like Alibi, if you like playing her, don't throw away all your alibis at the beginning of the round. Keep one, keep two, keep one at least, but I'd say keep two, alright, because as you can see there, that was a perfect example of how to use Alibi to escape Jackal. And not only Jackal, like I said, if you guys really enjoyed this video, I'll make another video, alright? If this receives well, please tell me so. Comment. Like it, alright? Please subscribe, because I'm probably going to make another one about Alibi. Not only Alibi, but I'm probably going to be making a lot about how I like to use operators in ways that people don't normally do, alright? I see people using Alibi in all those ways. But if you would just hang on to them, it's so much more powerful, because when someone sees you, you can put an alibi up, or pings you, or whatever. You can put an alibi up right where that happened. And so next time when they see it, they're going to shoot it. Because, for example, I've seen so many times where I see an alibi when I'm droning, even in prep phase, right? And I see it later, and since I saw it in prep phase, I'm not phased by it at all, right? I don't even react to it, because I knew it was there. But if I put one up after prep phase where people don't even know it's there, even that alone, that small little tidbit, is exponentially better. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope this really helped how you use Alibi as a roamer, because not only Jackal, this doesn't only apply to Jackal, I think this applies to pretty much every anti-roamer attacking op. Alibi, in my opinion, is the hardest roamer to track down and kill.